Hey, welcome back to another edition of Meatless Mondays. Today we're going to be making sausage and potato stuffed mushrooms and my homemade sun-dried tomato pesto over cavatappi pasta. I've just finished chopping up half of a spinach and pesto tofurkey sausage and some garlic fries. That's my little shortcut. I usually prefer using potatoes. You can also use brown rice or white rice, any other filling that you prefer. And rather than roasting a whole potato, I get those frozen garlic herb fries, the Ore-Ida brand ones. Microwave a couple of them, chop them up. It works just as well. And you've got all the flavoring already. Alright, I'm going to break out my handy dandy bench scrape again. And you can never have too much garlic in these savory dishes, so I'm going to add a little bit of that. Can't go without garlic in this Italian household, you nuts? And also, I'm going to add a little bit of this sun-dried tomato paste that I found in the store today. I'm also going to be using it for my sun-dried tomato pesto. I usually like to use whole sun-dried tomatoes, but this might actually work better. Reduce the food processing time. A little bit of garlic salt, a little pepper, and some Parmesan cheese. Maybe just about a teaspoon or so. Just enough to get that nice nutty flavor in there. I love Parmesan cheese. Alright, and then we're going to bind it with an egg. You can use a regular egg. I usually like to use the liquid egg substitute. It's mostly egg whites, so it's a lot healthier than regular eggs. Fat-free, cholesterol-free. About a quarter cup of this stuff is equal to one egg. Make sure that's all. Just stir until combined. You want to coat everything with the egg. That's going to bind everything, keep the stuffing together, keep it from falling apart once you cut into the mushroom, you know? Alright, that looks good. Okay, and I've already prepared my portobello mushroom. You're just going to remove the gills and rub it down with a little bit of olive oil, about maybe a tablespoon or so. Spoon my filling into the mushroom. There we go. That looks so good. I like to choose the portobello mushrooms that are real deep and bowl-like. That way the filling doesn't fall out while you're baking it. There we go. Boy, that looks good already. Also get my water boiling while we're ready. We're gonna pop this in a 400-degree oven for about 15 minutes until the mushroom is soft and tender. Set my timer. Love this little thing. Isn't this cute? My mother-in-law gave it to me. All right, and while we're waiting for our mushroom to bake, I'm gonna work on my homemade pesto. This is a hit in my household. I don't even buy store-bought pesto anymore. When you start cooking gourmet, you ruin yourself with the store-bought stuff. I make my own pasta, I make my own pesto, I grate my own cheese, I shave my own Parmesan. I love it.
Super good.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I've already taken off all the leaves from a box of fresh basil. Here we go. I know that looks like a lot, but when that is, when that is processed down, we're going to be left with only about a cup of pesto. And it goes quickly in my household, trust me. My hubby and I are pasta lovers. We eat pasta every day. Sometimes more than once a day.
It's good stuff.
Alright, get a good heaping teaspoon of that sun-dried tomato mix in there. And another one. There we go. Like I said, I usually like to use whole sun-dried tomatoes, but let's see how this works. Certainly smells good, and it's a product of Italy, so can't go wrong there. Gonna add garlic, maybe about half a tablespoon or so. Oh, why not? Let's do some more. Good amount of salt. A little bit of pepper. I usually like to put a splash of white wine in there. Adds a little bit of tanginess. Chardonnay is the best cooking wine, in my opinion. Chardonnay is not very sweet. It's a little on the dry side, so whatever you're cooking with, you're going to get the great white wine flavor, but it won't be fruity, you know? I cooked with Pinot Grigio once. The chicken tasted like pears. That didn't work out well. And about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And then, of course, my not-so-secret ingredient for my pesto is Parmesan cheese. Can never have enough of, whoops. Can never have enough of this stuff in my house. Alright. This is where the fat content of pesto comes in. You're going to use a lot of olive oil in here. You know what? I'm just going to take off the cap here. The exact amount is not really an exact science, but I'd say you're going to need about a cup at minimum. Just until you achieve your desired consistency. Everybody's a little different. But I like a very smooth pesto. Alright, this is going to get loud. That's what I want to see. Look at that great color. I love that. We're not quite done yet. I just need to stop and scrape it down a little bit. Get some of those pieces that kind of flew upward, you know? I love making my own pesto. And don't y'all worry about the fat content. Olive oil is just about the healthiest oil for you. Oh God, that smells good. You know what? Why not? Let's add a little bit more Parmesan, shall we? I suppose that'd probably equal to about maybe a quarter, third of a cup of Parmesan or so. Just depends on how much you like the flavor, I guess.
3 cups.
Should do it.
What are you thinking, Cathy? 3 cups of Parmesan? We're probably going to need to restock that a little bit. I think we're running a little low.
Very funny. No, seriously though, we do have a lot of Parmesan in this house, so it's a good thing it's kind of a low fat. It's a good thing it's kind of a low fat cheese. Nice. I'm gonna pour this into a little dish so you guys can get a better look at the color here. This is good. You can use, pesto is so versatile. You can brush it on meat as it's barbecuing, you know, on the other 6 days of the week when you're not cooking with me on Meatless Mondays. And you can have it over pasta, which is my favorite way, of course. Oh, look at that color. That looks so good. It's kind of loose and runny now, but it'll solidify once it's been in the fridge for a little while. Oh, good timing. My pasta is... Oh, my water's boiling. Yay. Alright, for 2 servings, you can use about a cup and a half of pasta. That's at least what we like, because most pasta doubles in size as it cooks. This is cavatappi pasta. I usually use it for casseroles because it picks up all the flavor so well. You know, the sauce clings to it, not to mention it's a tubular pasta, so the sauce gets inside it too. Yummy. I made a mess.
Whoops.
Man, in my household, mushrooms are practically another food group. And they're quite a staple in the vegetarian diet. Most people consider them a fungi rather than a vegetable, but they're not completely without nutritional value. For those calorie counters out there, they are very low in calories. They're only about 30 calories per portobello mushroom. And they are also rich in B vitamins, which are necessary for energy and red blood cell production, and potassium, which is necessary to keep your heart beating.
They're not bad, huh, Cathy? I'm a pretty fun guy, huh?
My comedy hubby right there.
Alright, it's a lame joke. What?
Alright, you know what? I'm actually gonna pop this in the fridge. There we go. Let it firm up a tiny bit. So, let me show you what has been the star of my dish today. Since, you know, we are Meatless Mondays, I'm just telling you guys about those various meat substitutes that I like so much. This is part of the brand Tofurkey. They also make that Tofurkey roast that I showed you guys last week. These are spinach and pesto sausages. They come 4 to a pack. I get them at Whole Foods. They're usually like around $4, so not too bad. They are super rich in protein. One sausage contains 26 grams, which is more than half the recommended daily allowance. And they've only got 12 grams of fat in them. And that pretty much just comes from the canola oil and the garlic puree, which of course would have olive oil in it, and the garlic oil, of course.
Tastes just like chicken.
It is really, really good, actually. I chop it up and I put it in my stuffed mushroom. I slice it and I add it to pasta with my pesto, of course. You can even grill it and put it in a hot dog bun. I haven't tried it that way, but I'm sure it would be delicious. Hey, another thing to use my pesto on, right? Alright, looks like my pasta is done. Woo! Steam bath. I'm all for these kind of space-saving things. Eat. Drain the pasta. And while we'll spread the pesto on that in just a moment. I think my mushroom is all, my stuffed mushroom is ready to pull out of the oven too. Oh, it looks perfect. Check that out. About 5 minutes before it was done, I opened it up and I laid a slice of provolone on top so that everything would stay nice and moist in the middle.
Tasty.
Oh, look at that perfect browning on that. Ooh, that looks good. Let's pull my pesto out. Just enough of a chance to chill a little bit. Now, depending on how much pasta you make, you can use anywhere from a tablespoon to a couple of tablespoons of this pesto. Also depends on how much you like the flavor of pesto, of course. You can add as much or as little as you want. Here we go. Just start to combine. Make sure it's all coated. I'm going to use a little bit more. Because we love pesto. Oh, that looks so good. The teeny little flakes of basil still on there. Oh, yum. Alright, let's slice open our stuffed mushroom. See how it looks inside. Oh, that looks perfect. Oops. Oh, man. Oh, look at that. Oh, that warm, cheesy filling. The mushroom is cooked perfectly. This is going to taste so good. I wish you guys were here right now. Alright. Almost time to taste it. Give myself half a mushroom. And some of this beautiful pasta. What do you think? Shall we finish it off with a little Parmesan on top?
I think so. Dang.
Here we go. All right. What do you think? Time for a taste, huh? Oh my goodness. That pesto came out perfectly. And I can taste the sun-dried tomato in there as well. Oh, it's delicious. Let's get some of this stuffed mushroom.
Oh, Cathy, you're making your cameraman hungry.
Oh my goodness. The mushroom is cooked perfectly. The sausage and the potatoes complement each other amazing. And the cheese is so creamy. And provolone and mozzarella are two of those really good melting cheeses. They get all stringy when you pull it apart, you know? Oh God, that's delicious. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's edition of Meatless Mondays. Send me your ideas of what we should make next week, and I will see you guys next Monday. That's a wrap. going in for another bite of this.